Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's episode where we will dive into an exciting and crucial conversation on the digital transformation of higher education. Today, I'm joined by my guest, Sasha Stanisik. Sasha, hello.
Hello, Elena. Nice to talking to you.
Sasha is an assistant professor of film directing at the International University Europa Prima in Skopje, but his research interests lie in different visual expressions from digital technologies such as video games, VR, as well as in alternative content distribution platforms. He is also the founder and manager of Kataway. That's actually a Skopje-based production company behind CineSquare.net. And CineSquare.net is the largest VOD platform in Southeast Europe, covering countries across the region and focusing on European and independent cinema. Sasha, I will start with a very simple question. From your perspective as a film director and mainly educator, how do traditional educational methods limit students in the creative industries?
Okay. First, I will want to just to define what is traditional educational methods. I will rather say not that we need innovative approaches, but sometimes also traditional methods can also be good. So I think some combination in specifically in creative industry or in filmmaking, I can say that sometimes, not sometimes, but most of the times, doesn't function to have distance from your students, as we called ex cathedra, and you have to be prepared for some kind of innovation, because sometimes that relationship professor students, it's not same in academy, and for example, I will mention one method that I will try to use with my students. With my professor, we have some literature for filmmaking that we give to our students, and we don't teach ex cathedra on the classes, but we tend to teach more interactively, as the students just ask questions based on what they read before. Uh, of course, that's need time for students to have that kind of discipline, but I think that the main product of can be more innovative and more creative. They tend to have more creative project at the end.
Yes, in a way, you already answered my second question, and I completely agree with you because I'm also someone who also teaches and works in creative industries, and I've noticed that maybe the traditional methods often prioritize, in a way, the theoretical knowledge, and in a way can leave the students unprepared for the real world challenges.
Yeah, that's especially now with the accent of AI and all that
Yes.
models. So at the end, all that raw data, students actually have access to that data. They doesn't need to learn it like information.
Yes, yes. And usually those platforms and in general the digital transformation in a way promises active rather than passive learning. And how you personally see the digital tools enhancing the practical skills such as, let's say, leadership, collaboration, creative thinking in film industry and in general in the creative industries.
Thank you, Elena. This is a really good question. I think that we have had a lot of discussions between us, like the colleague, for this, and I think that there is that opposition art and technical science, which I think that it's not so wide as someone think, and that IT uh, professionals and all that sectors can learn a lot of the in the methods that we teach in art academies, and that's especially the skills that you mentioned, like collaboration, leadership, and creative thinking. I think that one of the main goal in this kind of education in creative industries in art academies is to enhance this thing, because especially in filmmaking, uh, this is not that's not the art that can do only one person, but it's complex. Production is complex mechanism which involves sometimes even 1,000 people, and at the end, that kind of skill actually sometimes is even more crucial than, for example, raw talent for filmmaking. So that's and I also tend to the students that to include that kind of learning in our process, because that's the maybe crucial things how they will survive, and how in all the limits that they have.
Yes,
So
and
yeah.
And in a way, I've noticed that those platforms in a way can help them, because we have a lot of students from different countries through the Erasmus Mobility Program, and those students, after that, they can collaborate across distance, different time zones. They can have, in a way, let's say, some editing platforms, some, let's say, digital galleries. In a way, they can continue their work after finishing the traditional, let's say,
And I think that this is the thing that we already said in the panel that we had like last month.
Yes.
That actually the main thing that now the students need to learn is how to be adaptable, how
Yes.
can be flexible, and that's actually how they have some framework that can help them to learn new skills all the time, because that's the time now it's very fast, everything is changing. I think even if you are late in something, like in 2-3 years, that's actually very, very long
Yes.
time. Yeah.
And personally, you as an educator, what are some of the challenges that you're facing when trying to implement some new methodology? What's the reaction of the students in general?
I think that the students will. The main problem for implementation of this is actually money and budget wise, because that's need implementation of all infrastructure. I don't say just in just Europa Prima as university can cannot do just alone. I'm talking about the system, but when everything should be digitalized, that can be offer some kind of innovative models. For example, every to have a digital library which everyone will have access. I say on the state-wise, and that library, it's audio, video, and the students can have access to all the literature, and that we can, for example, experiment to have just a practice on the faculty. But even if on the practice, need investment also for that. So I think first will to invest in this kind of infrastructure.
Yes, and personally, you in your, let's say, as a filmmaker, we know that the storytelling is fundamental, and how can, in a way, the digital transformation, the AI technology, and all the new methodologies, in a way, improve the students' storytelling capabilities in a practical way, let's say.
Yeah, okay, that's as you know, that's really controversial topic, how to
Yes.
use artificial intelligence in art and education. Personally, I think it's less controversial for if we talk about education. Even more, I think that that kind of technology can benefit in education a lot. For example, I know that there is already some tutors that are adaptable for regarding which students they have. So actually, it can focus and on every student equally, which, as we know, it's impossible in real life. And regarding the arts, yes, it can be really helpful, but I think that the moment the technology go too fast and society cannot catch it. So, for some time, for something that technology enables, we still don't have some kind of not just laws, but we don't have enough discussions that we have to make some point where is the border between that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And we need to find the perfect model, we as professors, as educators, let's say, to find the perfect maybe training program for the students so we can explain them how to use the AI technology as a
Yes.
tool in a way.
Yes, yes. Because, for example, now we have for our students, we have a exam which had
Yes.
to write a film essay, and they have to write it at home, and because that was the program which is 10 years ago, and now I know that they will use AI, and I will don't say them don't use it because I know that they will use it.
Yes.
Just I'm telling them that they can use it to have some kind of to help them, but that through discussion I will realize if they just copy paste or learn something.
Yes.
That's I think, and you can learn something only if you use it as a tool. If you think that can help you, something that you have, not just give you the ideas.
Yes, and in a way they need to establish, to develop their own, let's say, critical opinion, not just to, to copy paste everything that comes from, let's say, ChatGPT.
Yeah. That's because you cannot technology when something is open, you cannot close the box. That's
Yes.
so. The question is not if but how.
How? Yeah.
So if we think about if that technology will already that's already came, even the prediction that I had personally like 3 years ago that will how fast will go is go even faster. So
Yes. And in your way, how critical is the collaboration between the, let's say, academia, the faculty, and industry professionals in shaping those educational programs, shaping the curricula that respond directly to the demands of the creative sector?
yeah, that's always yeah, of course that's it's crucial because in this triangle between education, state and business, mislim, say industry have to it's actually that triangle which make some crucial economy and the main thing I think we should have is proper data sharing of data that
Yes.
based of that can make a strategy and actually not just strategy for economy of the state but also for education. So if someone knows that some skill are more needed, we can
Yes.
maybe included. But as I mentioned before, I think that the more crucial is to make the students flexible, for the flexible and capable of or learning new skills all the time. So probably we need to have that kind of meta skill, how to say, and that's also, I will just make a point through the end of this conversation, the thing that we talk about what academy education have, that how to do leadership, creative thinking, collaboration. I think that's one of the crucial skills that can enable, the students that can learn new things,
Yes,
so
yes,
that's openness, and willing for creative collaboration is something that every professional creative industry must have. And actually I think that's uh, maybe the most important.
yes. And all of us, I believe we need to focus in a way on adaptability,
Yeah.
continuous learning, even
Yes.
though we are professors, so we can, let's say, stay on track and with that technology proficiency. And this is essential actually to keep up with the fast-paced, let's say, evolution in the industry.
Yeah, even in the art, if we say just pure art, like artists,
Yes.
that's so dynamic market. It is market, and sometimes the artists that succeed are the artists who understand the context and what is needed to for audience to see or to watch or to read. And at the end, if you like art artists, you have to adapt. So it's the same if you not just the artist, but you work in some creative industries.
Yes. Well, Sasha, thank you so much for this fruitful discussion. I believe personally that we gave some food for thought to our listeners today, and thanks to all our listeners for joining us today. And until next time, let's keep innovating and exploring some new creative things.
Thank you, Elena, and I hope that we will have another chance to talk.
Definitely. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.